Hey guys, I'm Dr. Liv, co-owner and one of the doctors at Lighthouse Family Chiropractic. I am going to share how I first found chiropractic and what made me want to become a nervous system focused pediatric and prenatal chiropractor. As a newborn and baby, I was always a terrible sleeper. This got tremendously worse after I jumped out of my crib at 15 months and broke my arm. Once this happened, I was quickly transitioned into a big girl bed, which made my sleep issues even worse. From there on, I was labeled as a bad sleeper. For as long as I can remember, I would struggle to fall asleep, wake up multiple times a night, and always woke up for the day feeling exhausted and like I didn't sleep at all. Another huge struggle of mine was immune function. I was the toddler who had chronic ear infections and was on round after round of antibiotics to no avail. Not only was I a bad sleeper now, but I also was the kid who got every single virus and infection that went around, missing school for days at a time as my immune system couldn't handle it. As I went through my early school years through high school, I continued to struggle with sleep and immune function, but also had new issues arise. I began to struggle with ADHD. I could never sit still, and in high school started to experience anxiety. I have always been a good student and did well in school, which made all of these struggles fly under the radar. Yes, I couldn't sit still in class, but I had great grades, so in many eyes, it was nothing to worry about. I also didn't think anything was abnormal about it either. I thought everyone woke up multiple times at night and lived off 4 to 5 hours of sleep. And frankly, I didn't even notice how hard of a time I was having focusing in school, or that anxious thoughts weren't normal. It wasn't until I started getting adjusted that I realized how much better life could be. I found chiropractic at 16 or 17 years old. My dad worked for UPS and therefore was dealing with a lot of back pain. I would see him walk in bent in half in pain and walk out walking normally. One day after I accompanied him to one of his adjustments, I asked if I could start getting adjusted, purely because I thought it looked cool. From that moment forward, my life changed. I started getting adjusted regularly and noticed significant improvements in all of these areas. I started sleeping through the night, was able to focus better in school, and felt like I finally had a grip on my anxiety. I also was not only getting sick less, but when I was sick, I was getting through it faster than ever before. At this point, I knew that chiropractic was the only route for me. I wanted to be able to help families and kids struggling with these same things, especially for those kids like myself that were struggling but were flying under the radar. While in chiropractic school, I heard Dr. Tony Ebel talk about the perfect storm and knew that I needed to seek his mentorship and guidance. I was very fortunate to have found PX docs and have gotten involved from a very early point in my academic career. I became obsessed with learning everything I could about why kids were sicker than ever before and why rates of chronic illness and sensory processing disorders were skyrocketing. Women's health is also something I am so passionate about, and I continue to learn everything I could about pregnancy, fertility, and the postpartum period. All of this to say, I am so lucky I found chiropractic care, and it is my true passion. Providing hope to families is my number one focus and goal, and I cannot wait to help you and your family experience miracles as well. If my chiropractic story resonates with you, please don't hesitate to reach out. We are always here to answer any questions you may have. We can't wait to connect with your